G'day, how are you going? Welcome back to CruiseAway here with Derek and Joe. And guess what? It's time to look for exciting holiday adventures. That's exactly what we're here for.
Yep, that's all we do. Look for the best getaway package for your dollar. We're serving up 5-star stylish cruising with celebrity for next year, all with fascinating journeys and low deposits to lock in the deals. We've got dancing the flamenco, rocking the Casbah and calling in at the palaces in this show. So buckle up, it's quite some ride.
Scream if you want to go faster, right? Let's get started then on this 5-star lifestyle. And our first dream away takes us to Japan and South Korea for the 3rd of August next year. Over 16 nights, flying first over to Tokyo to enjoy 3 nights in this buzzing metropolis. Oh, just even the sound of Tokyo gets me excited these days. Everybody is visiting this dynamic, exciting and vivacious city at the moment. It's just the hottest spot on the planet at the moment, and you can kind of see why when you see imagery and video of Tokyo. It's so varied. You've got old meets new. You've got this sort of really exciting downtown hustle bustle area with all the tech and all the lights, and then by contrast you've got these beautiful temples which are centuries and centuries old to visit. Of course, there's the famous bullet train. There's loads of quirky cafes. You can go to cat cafes galore. There's a vampire cafe, a robot cafe, you name it, in Tokyo, because it's Tokyo, right? It's on the cutting edge. And I'll tell you something else that's on the cutting edge. It's a celebrity cruise line, and we're going to be on the Millennium for 12 nights. Lovely amount of time to be on a cruise, isn't it? 12 nights.
Oh, yeah, perfect. And this is all about the journey as well. So you want the most laid-back experience when you're on the cruise, because actually you're going to be doing a lot of discovering, a lot of exploring. So actually when you come back, you really want a haven to come back to.
Yeah, and it is a haven. The thing about celebrity, it's low-key cruising. It's what we call new luxury. So think about your favourite boutique hotel you've stayed in Sydney or Melbourne or Brisbane or anywhere around the world, indeed. And this is amplified. I mean, the quality of the staterooms, particularly the beds and mattresses, are amazing. So comfortable. It's so easy to navigate your way around the ship as well. You can download an app, and that will enable you to do tons of things, from booking your dinner through to watching the shows. I mean, it's super easy, ordering drinks, that kind of thing. Now, lots of cafes and hotspots around the ship where you can sit and relax and just have a lovely cocktail. They're all about the finer things in life, celebrity. So think mixology, wine tastings, beer tastings, that kind of thing. There's even a behind-the-scenes tour you can book, which takes you down into the heart of the ship and learning all about how everything works. And you need to book early for those kind of things as well. Talking of booking, when it comes to the ports of call, of course you're going to be visiting Japan. There's going to be so much you'll want to see and do. Make sure you attend the lecture on the shore excursions so you can book and make the most of your time in the ports too, and just work out what you're going to be doing. Equally, maybe you're just doing your own thing, in which case, of course, you have Wi-Fi available on board, or all of these extras that you can sign up for whilst you're there. You know, the new world of cruising, it's not what you think about if the last time you were on a cruise was 10, 15, 20 years ago. Nowadays, it is quite honestly, it's your luxury hotel at sea with all the bells and whistles. So you never feel like you're missing out on anything from land, from being back home. Yet at the same time, you have the benefit of being in a floating hotel, which takes you to your destination.
It's just awesome, isn't it? Something else I was just thinking is, you said it might be a wee while since you've cruised. What's happened? Maybe you've never been to Japan before, and because you've always been terrified about not understanding the language, not being able to get around. Will I get lost? How will I be understood? Of course, having your phone and having these various apps these days means that translation is so simple, and that will make your trip around Japan and the time you spend in Tokyo even easier than it would otherwise have been. Amazing. So we're coming out of Tokyo on this cruise?
Absolutely. Cruising to Shimizu, which is the port for Mount Fuji, an active volcano about 100 kilometers southwest of Tokyo. It's the country's tallest peak at 3,700 meters. You might want to head on tour to the Sunpo Castle Park with views of Mount Fuji and the Sengen Shrine. Then it's Osaka. Beautiful. We've got an overnight here. This is known as the cultural capital of Japan. The castle is a sight to see. You've got to go there. And at night it's lit up too. You might want to do a nighttime excursion whilst you're there. Lots of dining and theatre to visit too. Koshi is next, with its gorgeous feudal castle and the Makino Botanical Gardens. Now, remember, in Japan, they have these beautifully manicured gardens, and it's the home of the famous Japanese bonsai, of course, as well. We are into Hiroshima on the itinerary next. And something, very interesting to visit here would be the Atomic Bomb Dome and the Peace Memorial Museum. Then they are also very famous for their gastronomy and seafood, especially the oysters. Try those. Busan in South Korea awaits us next. And this is considered the summer capital of the country. It's got gorgeous beaches, a vibrant food scene, especially street food, and lovely historical temples to visit. We are next up to Hakodate, which is one of the main cities on Hokkaido Island. Of course, Japan is a series of islands. It's an archipelago. Now, the amazing Mount Hakodate is really a sight to see. Very imposing views over the city. More's next, and known for its amazing festivals. Every year they have the Nobuta Festival, the Fire Festival with the candle boats. The ropeway, the Hakoda ropeway, is amazing. You can see gorgeous views, of course, down below. We are back into the port for Tokyo, where we have included your transfer back to the airport, and we'll fly you back home to Sydney. What an adventure.
Wowzers. And it is, as Joe said before, it's a part of the world that everyone wants to see. It seems like everyone's kind of flocking towards Japan. It has this kind of, it's a real enigma, isn't it? And I think actually, just going back to my point about technology before, I think a lot of people have been, frightened, scared, with going to Japan because, as many times as you've heard about somebody going there, and it might have been a while ago, there is the language barrier. So that makes, ordering in a restaurant a bit more tricksy and, being understood, finding your way around. Well, all of that's gone now because we've all got our gadgets in our hands. So there are so many apps now to navigate and instantly translate things for you. It's incredible. So I think that's why so many people are saying, right, actually, you know what, the technology is in place. Probably developed in Tokyo, in all fairness, in the first place. Let's go and do it. So this is 16 nights for August of next year, and you can lock in our deal today with just a $500 deposit per person, and that includes your flight from Sydney out to Tokyo. You've got 3 nights in a hotel there. That's going to be amazing. Breakfast included as well. Then you've got the 12-night cruise on Celebrity Millennium. Now this will be fascinating. Cruising around Japan and South Korea, and of course we've got the transfer at the end of the cruise to the airport and your flight from Tokyo back to Sydney. Now, I'm going to give you one heck of a price tag, and this is ocean view on that gorgeous 5-star ship as well. So take a look at this. This is a great opening gambit because that is for an ocean view stateroom on a 5-star ship. It is incredible and you will love. But I can make you an even better offer on this as well, because if on this offer you upgrade once more to a balcony, you'll join something called Aqua Class, and that will give you added spa and thermal suite access, priority embarkation, a beautiful welcome lunch, exclusive restaurant for breakfast and for dinner, and so much more. It's almost like having your own kind of turning left experience. And of course, then you'll have the wonderful balcony as well that you can go out and enjoy the fresh air on. And here's the price tag for that to upgrade. It's just another $1,000 to go up to your balcony, and is well worth it because that means you've got access to the spa whenever you want to as well, and that will be included in your fare, as well as having the most amazing Aqua Class balcony. And there are many other benefits and perks to that as well. Listen, if you want to know more, 1300 411 954. If you like the sound of this, you can tailor it more if you want to. You could have that stay in Tokyo a little bit longer. At the end of the cruise, you could fly to somewhere else on the way back. We can make it all happen. Just call us toll free 1300 411 954 and we'll make it all happen for you. And of course, in the meantime, you can browse all the other offers that take you to Japan. There are many and plenty, and they're all booking up really quick. CruiseAway.com.au. It's amazing. It's such a lovely, lovely place to go and discover, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for you. So from Japan to the Spanish flamenco.
Ole!
I know. As we head over to Europe in October next year for a 2-week trip to truly remember. We are cruising Portugal, Morocco and Spain on Celebrity Equinox. But first we're flying over to Barcelona for a 3-night stay. And for one of those nights, we have something rather special lined up for you.
And we'll tell you about that in just a moment. But we'll have a little look around the city first, because Barcelona is one of those just awesomely fascinating cities. You've got the architecture everywhere, you've got the sights to be seen, you've got amazing beaches, of course, with it being coastal. There are wonderful parks, there are great hop-on, hop-off bus tours that you can take to see the whole of the city as well, which is pretty awesome, let me tell you. But we have got a special surprise lined up for one of those special nights, and it's this.
Andale, andale. Oh no, that's Mexico. Sorry. No. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is the Cordobés Flamenco show with dinner, an incredible cultural experience to remember for a very long time. It's a world famous show. You have so much included: your dinner, your drinks. It's unlimited as well.
Lovely.
And that's going to be fantastic. And then we're on to the Celebrity Equinox for 9 nights. She's a beautiful ship. I was on 3 or 4 times on this vessel and really loved it. Loved the Lawn Club. Those views over Europe when you are in port, oh my gosh, unforgettable. You're up there on the lawn. It's great. There's the spa on board Celebrity is a true place of sanctuary, and it has got loads of treatments to choose from on the menu, a very extensive menu. You can have a fine and ice pedicure, you can have inothermy, acupuncture, tweakments, your hair cut and coloured, a barber service, you know, there's everything. But look at this dining room. Oh my gosh. Palatial, right?
And included, and that will feel like a specialty dining experience. In fact, you will eat in the main restaurant. You'll go through the multiple courses, plenty of choices for everyone on the menu, and you will walk out of that restaurant, and you will want to stop at the maitre d' desk to pay the bill. But there is no bill to pay.
There's no bill to pay, absolutely. And the same thing's true when you go up to the buffet and just fill your plate with delicious food from every corner of the earth, from Mexican to Chinese to Japanese to good old comfort food. You're going to find it all up there. Full roast dinners, you name it, they'll have it up there for you. And of course, that's all included. If you're wanting to treat yourself on a special night, or maybe every other night, who knows, to some specialty dining, there's sushi on 5, there's the steakhouse. There's lots of options for you when it comes to specialty dining. And it's worth doing on Celebrity, trust me on this.
Oh, you'll love it. They also do theme parties on board. They do something called Live at Sky, which is music and dance of the 40s with a modern twist. And they do a Motown party as well, so funky soul with a live band, which sounds rather fun.
Oh yeah, the live music on Celebrity is phenomenal. Like from place to place where you walk around the ship, you might find a pianist, there might be a guitarist, but then you might have a live singer in one of the lounges. Again, another pianist, somebody doing a live stage show as well that they brought on board for a special occasion, because you are going to find different shows every single night of the cruise, from the featured cast through to magicians or a dance duo, you name it, or acrobats. It's fantastic. The Sunset Bar, look, you can see some live music out there. Imagine that, just picture yourself there watching the sunset over the Mediterranean, sailing off with beautiful live music and a cocktail in hand. I mean, this is going to be one of the most amazing experiences.
Oh, and yes, and of course they'll have a nightclub on board as well. You're going to some pretty nice, fantastic places around the Mediterranean. Also, we're off to Morocco on this cruise as well. So you can have some late naughty nights if you want to.
Yes.
Fabulous shows, of course, on board. Celebrity really invest in 5-star entertainment as well, because it matches the whole decor and the feel of the ship as well. So we've had our stay in Barcelona, we've had our night in flamenco. Now it's time to cruise out of Barcelona for 9 nights.
Yes, and we're first of all hitting the home of flamenco, Cadiz, for incredible Seville. Of course, flamenco came from Andalusia originally, which is this part of the country. Now, you might want to get on a tour to head over to Seville and maybe do the Triana market tour with tastings to learn about tapas. Then we have an overnight in the Portuguese capital of fabulous Lisbon, which is a beautiful, hilly, coastal capital city. You're going to see the St. George Castle there, lovely old city views, the suspension bridge, which you sail under. And of course, you can take a tour to Cascais as well, which is the home of the royal palaces. You'll have time. Leixos is next, and this is Porto. Porto is, of course, known for its incredible ports, which they actually store in casks underneath the city traditionally. You can do a wine tour to learn more about that whilst you are there as well. Then it's Tangier, Morocco, where you can rock the Casbah, quite literally. You can go to the Casbah Museum, or indeed you can go and see some of the amazing souks and do a little bit of shopping and bartering whilst you're there, pick up some argan oil, some spices. Then we're back into Barcelona, and we've included your transfer, once again, back to the airport, where we'll fly you back home to Sydney after this whistle-stop tour of the amazing Mediterranean, and we'll touch into Africa, to Morocco as well. Fantastic.
This is lovely. Nice 2-week getaway for October next year. That means we can put a low deposit down today and look forward to it. Plenty of budgeting time for that. Of course, remember we have travel pay later as well. We can break the cost down into 6 or 12 payments. Deposit today of just $500 each, and the package is the flight from Sydney over to Barcelona, 3 fabulous nights in a hotel there, including that dinner and drinks flamenco show experience evening. And after your stay in Barcelona, you've got your 9-night 5-star cruise on Celebrity Equinox, cruising Spain, Morocco and Portugal, with your overnight in Lisbon as well. End the cruise back in Barcelona, where we transfer you to the airport for the flight back to Sydney. I've got a wonderful balcony price for you on this one that you will love. And of course, everyone wants the balcony, don't they? $5,799 right now, $500 each today deposit to lock in that price tag. It will be the final availability on this as well. I know it's a cruise which is a long way away, but actually what's happening, particularly over in Europe, is that cruises are booking. You know, we've talked to you about Princess in 2026, and some of the cruise lines are now even nipping into 2027. So everyone is making their plans far in advance. So get the $500 each deposit down right now. Here are the upgrade prices as well, because you can actually upgrade to an Aqua Class balcony on this one. That gives you extra perks as well. So priority boarding and debarkation as well. Spa access, your own blue restaurant, which is exclusive to Aqua Class. Welcome dinner, daily canapes, and so much more as well. So if you want to know more about that, again, talk to our lovely team, 1300 411 954, and they will take you through all of the details. They really are amazing offers, and I would take them up quickly. The reason why we're looking so far ahead now is because we're locking in great deals, but we're doing it with a low deposit. And remember, you can spread the cost, as I mentioned. Travel Pay Later is a real friend to you. It's very easy to sign up. There's no interest charges. There's just a couple of admin charges, and it means that you can break down the cost of your holiday by 6 or 12 payments. You can do that for holidays that are going tomorrow or in 2 years' time. It's really flexible, and it's very, very easy to apply as well. So again, talk to our team about that, because it's a great way of budgeting for one of these trips. 1300 411 954. Marvellous. Incredible. Now, this is your opportunity to enjoy Celebrity Cruises at their finest. I mean, they are just amazing ships. They're so relaxing. They're not crowded ships either. You're not cruising with the many. There's plenty of space for you. You'll always find a lounger. There'll always be a seat at the restaurant for you. You'll not be waiting in long lines. Everything's very chilled, relaxed, and sophisticated. It's amazing. You're going to love it. And remember that a quick visit to our website, cruiseaway.com.au, will soon get the travel juices flowing, and a quick call to our team toll free can get it all tailored and booked just for you. Right, final trip in this show then. It's taking us back over to Europe, and this time it's for the 17th of July next year, over 14 nights, and we'll start with a flight over to good old London in the UK, and we're staying here in a hotel to enjoy the capital of the UK for 3 fabulous nights in July. So should even be summer over there.
Well, yes, should be. And I tell you what, there is nothing quite like walking along the Thames on a warm summer's day in London. It does feel incredible. Lots of people out enjoying themselves in the sun, come rain or shine in London. You're going to see so many incredible sights. Maybe you've visited before, but maybe this is the first time. Indeed, it never gets old. It's one of those cities that has so much to offer, from, of course, iconic St James's Park to Hyde Park and Buckingham Palace, through to great shopping on Oxford Street and in Covent Garden. There's the Ritz, of course. You've got to have a glass of champers at the Ritz, and so much more. And then it's time to join the apex of cruising, Celebrity Apex. She is one of the newest, the newest ship in the fleet, of course, when it comes to celebrity, and in a whole different league. We're going to be on board for 9 nights. This is a completely different class of celebrity ship, as started with the Beyond and Edge. They're bigger, they're bolder, but still they do have that more low-key atmosphere than you would expect from a lot of other types of cruise lines, because it is all about the luxury of cruising. And you feel like, although you're on a ship with thousands of passengers, really you're not at the same time, because it doesn't feel imposing at any point. There's, of course, lots of activities if you do want to be around a lot of other people, but if you want to take it easy and just have a romantic time with your partner on your own, you'll find that there's lots of lovely restaurants that have very selective lighting design as well, to make you feel like you are somewhere somewhere very, very intimate. The spa, my goodness.
Joe's off to the spa.
Now, I know,
even the entrance to the spa,
glamorous,
you could spend all day there. It's amazing. And then it's a labyrinth, isn't it?
Yes,
it is. You've got the thermal suites, you've got the salt cave, you've got the sauna and the steam room, and then just corridors of these amazing treatment rooms.
I loved my time on the Beyond. Absolutely amazing spa there. Loved that thermal suite. You had a nice haircut.
I did, yeah.
So you can literally just enjoy and indulge. And even poolside massage is an option. They have little cabanas at the pool too. They literally have DJs at the poolside to give you kind of that Ibiza chill, Miami South Beach, Bondi Beach vibe, which is great. Craft and social, this is a fabulous spa. They do craft beer tastings where you'll get talked through and wine flights and things like that too. The pool bar, I mean, just look at that. It is so beautiful. Lighting design, ambiance, sculpture surrounding you is gorgeous. They've got live plants up on the garden deck.
You'll just be taking pictures the whole time, won't you?
The whole time. There's so many I hate to say that, but it's true. There are so many Instagrammable moments.
It is. You spend half your time taking pictures, because it is just so pretty on board. And so stunning. You'll be amazed, because this truly is. 5-star is a term that's completely and utterly overused in the world, but it's so deserved of celebrity. So here we are then, sailing out of Southampton
into La Coruña, first of all, up in the beautiful north of Spain, known for its famous Roman lighthouse, and the Tower of Hercules are a must visit. Sweeping coastal views as well, and the Mediterranean Old Town is definitely worth a wander, and some tapas. Vigo is next, and again up in the north of Spain in the Basque Country, very beautiful, lovely medieval city as well. And honestly, if you miss the downtown in these cities, you are missing these ports altogether. They are so enchanting. Then it's Leixos. Leixos is, of course, Porto, Portugal, famed for the production of port, but it's incredibly dynamic, this city. You've got the lovely river, you've got the enticing historical buildings and lovely food and wine. Then we're on into Lisbon in Portugal, which some tours I would recommend here are Sintra and Cascais highlights with the time on your own, Panoramic Lisbon, where you can see the tile factory and wine tasting, and also the hop-on, hop-off bus. Bilbao's next, and one of my favourite ports in northern Spain, again, País Vasco, with the gorgeous Frank Gehry Guggenheim Museum on the shoreline. You've got to go and see that museum. It's iconic. Then we're back into Southampton. We've included your transfer from the port to the airport. Plus here, we have an extra little something for you. We've got lounge access before you fly back to Sydney. How nice to end your cruise.
Very, very nice. Do you know, the last time I was in the premium lounge in Heathrow Airport for a flight in London, who was there? Stephen Fry.
Oh.
Stephen Fry.
I thought you were going to say Mr. P was there.
It was a sight to behold, let me tell you. You know when you're like, oh, Stephen Fry over there, and I can't do anything about it. Anyway, there you go. I should have asked him for his autograph, really, shouldn't I? But there you go. Too shy, you see. Wonderful trip over to Europe in July then. And of course, it's summer over there. The package includes the flight from Sydney over to London. 3 nights in a hotel there, breakfast included. Very easy to get around London as well. You've got the amazing tubes and buses, so transport really easy. You can have a great time in London. Then you've got your cruise with Celebrity. That goes from Southampton for 9 nights, and you're cruising Spain and Portugal. Cruise ends back in Southampton. We transfer you to the airport in London. Then you can enjoy the premium lounge in the airport before we fly you back to Sydney. The price I'm going to give you here has a low deposit today of just $500 each, and this is ocean view. You've got to have ocean view at the very least on a 5-star ship, haven't you? And enjoy the best of everything. Now that's not a 5-star price either, is it? If you think about where we're going, and you've just seen on board how beautiful it is as well. It's stunning. $500 each deposit today gets that locked in for you. Let's have a little recap of the details then on this one. There is the balcony option there as well if you want to go for that, if you want to go all out, maybe. You are celebrating something. Now your balcony on that one is one called an infinite balcony, where rather than having balcony doors that then go out to an extension with chairs and tables on it, with an infinite balcony, you get a longer stateroom by around about 20-25% bigger stateroom, and then you come to a full floor-to-ceiling window. And electronically, the top half of the window comes down. You just press a button on the wall, and the top half of the window comes down and creates a balcony. So you get a bigger stateroom, and you get this wonderful infinite balcony, which is then part of your stateroom. It's magic. We've seen them, and they are amazing, and they really do make the difference. Actually,
yeah, definitely,
because it means that you can have it slightly open while you're, when you go to sleep at night. If you just like, the noise of the ocean and just the fresh air coming in, you could just have it open just a chink.
Oh, I love that.
Just a little bit like that.
That is, I mean that's the future, isn't it?
The beds send you straight to sleep anyway.
Oh my goodness, they really do.
They're incredible.
They are so good.
They're like hypnotic. Honestly, head hits the pillow, gone.
And here's the lovely thing, like on a cruise, you don't have to be out every night if you don't want to be. If you want to order room service and just watch a movie and sit there in your fluffy robe and enjoy your infinite balcony, you're on holiday.
Yeah,
no one's telling you have to be anywhere at any point, and that is the great thing. And that's the great thing about cruising with family and friends in large groups too, because you can just do your own thing.
Yeah.
Because they'll always have something to do. They'll always be entertained. You don't have to worry about them. And you're doing you're vibing with yourself.
Absolutely.
Whatever you want to do.
And you're allowed a sneaky siesta whenever you want to.
Oh, I love that.
And you'll be left in peace and quiet. It's incredible. Listen, thanks for your company. We're here every day on Gecko, of course, in the morning at 10 o'clock and in the afternoon at 1 and 4 every single day. And there's more deals, of course, on our website at cruiseaway.com.au. So come back and see us again, because we've always got great holiday news, and that's always good news. We will see you back here soon for some more Cruise Away.
See you soon.